Obviously, you've seen in the past couple seasons now, really, that they've taken hold of college football. They've done an unbelievable job. This is a young football team.
Hey, folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. That clip of David Pollack talking to Nick Saban, Pollack being an ESPN guy, former University of Georgia guy, saying that Georgia has taken over college football is absolutely hilarious, mostly because it's not true. And Nick Saban is sitting right there on the set while that is happening, the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, who clearly has been running college football for the last decade plus. Let's be clear, Alabama is still the dominant force in college football. Georgia's had 2 really good years. Talk to me in about 5 more. If they're still dominating, then we can have a conversation about that. But my guess is Nick Saban will still be dominating then as well. The committee may have screwed this up. TCU did not show up to play against Georgia. Outmatched, outclassed, out everything. No question about it. But the committee made the choice it had to make. TCU had a better record than Alabama. They had the ability to get in there and play the game. Yes, they lost the Big 12 championship. That's true. But they still were the right choice to put in there. I would have preferred to see Alabama, but you can't go wrong with what the committee did. That's my opinion. This guy very angrily disagrees.
On the College Football Playoff Committee, congratulations. You need to pat yourself on the back because you have screwed every college football fan in this country tonight. That's what you have done. You have done that. Look at this right here, 45-7. Okay, now look at this. They just, luckily he dropped the ball. What is this? What is this? What have you given us? This is a national championship game. That's what this is. It is 45-7. You thought TCU belonged in this game? What was the qualifications, College Football Playoff Committee? What was their qualifications? Getting beat by Kansas State. That qualifies you for this game. The biggest game of the year. The game that every college football fan, no matter what team they pull for, looks forward to. And this is the garbage that you gave us. Pathetic. You are pathetic. This is a disaster. This is a barn fire. And every one of you, not one of you deserves to be on that committee if this is what you think college football is supposed to look like. You owe us all an apology. Every one of you that's on that committee that pulled some crap like this deserves us all an apology. And I want it. This better not ever happen again. This committee needs to be redone, got done away with, whatever you want to call it. This is garbage.
You absolutely have to love the passion here. Listen to this guy talk, and then remember that he's wearing a Mississippi State hat. So he has no dog in this fight, no more than I do as a Florida Gator alumni and fan. But we care very much about this. And yeah, it's possible that they screwed all of this up because TCU was not ready to play this game. Would it have been a better game against Alabama? Yeah, absolutely. No questions asked. I think it would have been a better game against Michigan or Ohio State or the University of Florida for that matter. It would have been a better game pretty much against anyone. The Big 12 is an inferior conference. But it's not TCU's fault. It's Michigan's fault. Michigan could have come in and beat their brains in, and that would have been it. That's, of course, what I predicted would happen, but it is not what happened. TCU fought their way into that championship game and then got destroyed. That's exactly what everyone expected to happen, and it did. But, yeah, jumping all over the committee on this one, that might be fair, but you have to admit, while Alabama would have been a better team for this playoff, TCU earned it, and that's really what it's all about. Sometimes a wild card wins, okay? Sometimes a wild card wins. It happens in every other sport. Sometimes that happens. You don't have to win the division to get into the playoffs every time, and you can go from the wild card to the Super Bowl or to the World Series or to the Stanley Cup, I think is what they call it, in hockey. You can do that, and this is no different. And by the way, if you don't like this, wait until what happens when the college football playoff expands. Now, I'm for expanding it even further. I don't think they expanded it enough, personally. That's my opinion. It should be even bigger. 12, 16, 24, 64, whatever. And make it as big as you possibly can. But you'll see more of these blowouts, more of these. It probably won't be this bad because this is, I believe, the worst one ever. But you will see more blowouts. I'll take them. I will take them. Because with all these blowouts, you will occasionally get someone who slips in there and maybe isn't the better team but has a better game. And that's what sports is all about. On any given day, any team could win. Now, I think if they played this game 100 times, Georgia would win 99 of those, but still, that doesn't matter. You still have that 1% chance, and that makes it worth watching that game, at least for the first 30 minutes before you flipped it over to Monday Night Raw.